don't know if you remember me.
Of course I do.
I put my phone in your bag by accident.
Why don't you come inside?
I was wondering if I could get the phone. Did you find it?
Don't
do that.
He will kill you. I saw the phone. I saw everything.
Wish you hadn't seen that.
I want to help you.
Give me the phone!
Come back here! Hold on! Liam. Come here! Wait!
Okay, wait. I can do this,
okay,
baby. I got it.
Slow down. You don't have to.
We can do this, baby. I told you.
I want my phone back.
Inside a vibrant nightclub, a young woman dances alone under the lights, smiling into the noise, enjoying a night that already belongs to someone else. A man approaches, a brief exchange. She agrees to leave with him, disappearing into the dark without a second thought. What follows is the sound of her voice inside a locked trailer, screaming for help that no one is coming to answer. She has just become a name on a list, a face in a photograph, a number in an operation that has been humming quietly through the California mountains for years. Brea, a sharp investigative journalist for the Sacramento Post, returns from her morning jog to find a nightmare of a different kind waiting on her doorstep. The story she has poured months of research into the piece that was supposed to be her byline, her breakout, her front page has been published, but not under her name. A colleague inside her own newsroom has quietly stolen it out from under her, and when she storms in to confront her editor Carl, he does not defend her. He fires her on her birthday.
I don't know why. I'm just not sure there's a place for you here anymore.
That evening, her boyfriend John, a mechanic who builds cars out of his own garage, takes her out to soften the blow. His best friend Darren, a loudmouth sports agent, sits across the table with his girlfriend Malia and cannot help himself. He mocks John's job. He mocks the cars. And in the middle of an already bruised evening, he blurts out that John has been planning to propose. The moment that was supposed to belong to John is gone before it ever arrives. Malia pulls Brea into the restroom and gently tells her that John is a good man, that she will not find anyone better, that she should not push him away. Back home, Brea breaks down in John's arms. She has lost her job, her byline, and nearly her surprise engagement in the span of 12 hours. But John holds her and reminds her that he is not going anywhere. By morning, he has a gift waiting for her in the driveway, a car he built himself from the ground up, a machine he engineered for the woman he loves. It is the dream car she has always talked about. And with it comes a plan, a weekend getaway, a luxury estate deep in the California mountain, borrowed from Darren, chosen for one purpose. He is going to propose. They set off on the road with Brea behind the wheel, and somewhere along the highway, they pull into a remote gas station. This is the moment the machine reaches out and touches them. Inside the store, Brea bumps into a man named Red, who apologizes quickly and moves on. The interaction is brief. Nothing feels quite right, but nothing feels wrong enough to name. Then a woman named Cara walks in. She is trembling. She follows Brea into the restroom with terror written across her face, glancing at the door as though something on the other side of it owns her. Before she leaves, she leans close and whispers a single sentence. It feels like the 4th of July.
It feels a lot like the 4th of July, right?
Let's go now. Come on.
Then she is gone. Outside, John is dealing with a problem of his own. A group of bikers has clocked his car. One of them makes a racist remark. Another spits on the paint. John punches him. Before the fight can escalate, Sheriff Sally Marnies arrives, diffuses the moment, and sends them on their way. But as Brea and John pull back onto the road, one of the bikers follows. He tails them at high speed, shouting threats, and maybe reaching for a weapon. John cuts a sharp turn. The biker loses control and crashes off the road. They keep driving. Back at the gas station, Red steps out of the shadows to scold his men. He is not a customer at that pump. He is the leader of the biker gang, and drawing attention like this could burn the entire operation to the ground.
It's beautiful.
Brea and John arrive at the estate, a beautiful home tucked into the mountains. Quiet, private, exactly the kind of place where a man plans to spend the rest of his life with the woman he loves. They spend the evening together. John is minutes away from the proposal.
That's weird.
Maybe it's the neighbors here.
And then a car pulls up outside. Darren and Malia have arrived a day early. John is furious but does not show it. The four of them sit down together and try to salvage the evening. Then Darren's phone rings. One of his athlete clients has been arrested, and Darren immediately reaches for something to numb the news. Then another phone rings, but it does not belong to any of them. It is buzzing from inside Brea's purse. She pulls out a satellite phone she has never seen before. She does not need long to understand. Cara slipped it in at the gas station. It was a silent scream for help disguised as a cryptic clue. Brea tries every unlock combination she can think of until the date works. July 4th. And what she finds is horrifying. Foreign contacts across multiple countries. A photo gallery filled with young women, bruised, beaten, posed identically like inventory in a warehouse. This is not a phone. This is a ledger.
Looks like human trafficking.
Oh, no.
Makes sense.
We need to call the police.
She wants to call the police. Darren refuses. The estate is his. The guests he rents to are famous, and any investigation could destroy his career. He accuses her of inventing the whole thing to salvage her lost job or to stir up drama over John's brief history with Malia. Malia calmly explains it meant nothing, but the room has already begun to fracture. Malia snaps, ends the relationship, and walks out. Brea quietly takes photos of every image on the phone with her own device, making sure that whatever happens next, the evidence lives somewhere Red cannot reach. Then there is a knock at the door. Cara is standing on the porch. She is not there to be saved. She is there for the phone. She tells Brea, "They're going to kill you," refuses to come inside, and turns away. Brea, John, and Darren step out after her, and every headlight in the driveway suddenly comes on at once. Red is standing there with his men. Cara walks straight to him, tells him she has recovered the phone, and looks up at him as though she has finally done something right. He shoots her in the head. "I want the phone."
Now.
The words come out flat, almost bored. Darren tries to negotiate, telling Red the phone is inside and only Brea knows where it is. The group is herded back inside. Brea tries the landline. No signal. Darren demands the phone. When she refuses, he puts a gun to her head, and she has no choice but to hand it over. He steps outside to make the trade and sees Malia's bag on the ground. She has already been taken. He begs Red for a swap. Red tells him they have already unlocked the phone. Everyone in this house has already seen too much. There is nothing left to trade. His men shoot Darren dead in front of the porch. Brea and John run. They escape through the garage into the trees, and there in the dark, the same biker John had punched at the gas station finds them. He stabs John in the ribs. Brea grabs a fallen branch and beats him until he stops moving. They keep going, both of them bleeding, both of them still holding on to Red's phone. They know he is not going to stop until he has it back. They stumble onto a small cabin belonging to an elderly stranger who takes one look at them and lets them in. John uses the landline to call the police. Brea sits at the old man's outdated computer, trying to email everything to Carl, every photo, every contact, every piece of the ledger. But the machine is old and slow, and the files crawl through the upload. One of Red's men kicks in the door. He kills the old man. He shoots John. The computer is destroyed in the struggle before the upload finishes. Brea grabs a knife and buries it in the attacker's back. John finds the gun and finishes him, and then quietly tells Brea that he does not have long. She holds him as he dies, and in his pocket, she finds the ring he was going to give her. She slides it onto her finger, and for a single second in that cabin, she is engaged to a dead man.
Oh, no.
There is no time to mourn. She grabs the keys and runs for the car, and Red is already outside waiting for her. Then headlights. Sirens. Sheriff Sally Marnes has arrived with a deputy, responding to the call John made before he died. For one heartbeat, Brea believes she is saved. Sally raises her weapon and shoots the deputy in the head.
This is a fucking mess.
And in that instant, Brea understands. Sally is not the law. Sally is the operation. She turns on Red and berates him for how his men have handled the girls the merchandise. In her words, the product. A great deal of money has been spent building this ring, and Sally is furious that it has been endangered by amateurs. Red assures her he will clean it up. He drags Brea to a warehouse deep in the mountains, where a large truck sits waiting with its cargo, a group of captured women, terrified and huddled together. Among them is Malia. Red injects Brea with something and throws her into the truck. When she comes to, she and Malia collapse into each other. Brea tells her that John and Darren are gone. And there in the dark, the two women weep for the men who are not coming to save them. Later, Red comes back for Brea alone. He begins to touch her. Perhaps he wants her for himself, some private punishment for the trouble she has caused. He slides the ring off her finger like it is his to take, but Brea's hand is resting near a long steel nail on the floor. She grabs it and drives it into his throat. He staggers, choking. Another man rushes in. Malia, half conscious on the floor, finds a syringe and stabs it into his neck. Both men go down. Brea promises Malia she will come back for her.
I'm going back.
Then she runs. She makes it to a small gas station somewhere on the edge of the mountain. She walks through the door covered in blood, and every person inside freezes. She reaches the counter and speaks 4 words. Call the police.
Hold on a second. Hang on.
Then she picks up the phone and calls Carl. By nightfall, Sally Marnes walks into the same gas station in her uniform, wearing the authority of the badge like a costume. She tells the cashier that Brea has committed murder and needs to be taken in. She raises her gun. Brea looks up at the security cameras mounted in every corner of the store and asks her a question that hangs in the air like a verdict. Aren't you ashamed of selling women like this? Sally does not blink. Everything is for sale. I'm just a small part of the system.
I'm just a part of a system that already exists, and you are fucking with my system. Hands on your head. Turn around.
She cuffs Brea and starts to walk her out. And that is when a full tactical squad floods the gas station, every officer summoned by the call Brea managed to place to Carl. They arrest Sally on the spot. They raid the warehouse. The captive women are pulled out one by one and given back their names. Malia is among them. Sometime later, Brea walks back into the newsroom at the Sacramento Post. Carl tells her the story is about to hit every front page in the country. He also warns her that the people behind the operation have long reaches and longer memories. They may come for her. Brea does not flinch. Let them come. She walks out of the office wearing the ring of a man who died so she could keep breathing. Some truths, once written, cannot be buried again, and some journalists do not need permission to publish anymore.